All right,
We're
rise
live.
and
We're
shine.
live.
We're live. It's Dan, the great curator of Mer World Cards. Everybody, what's up? Hello, I am in LA, and I want to welcome Dan, the great curator, back from Dallas. I am definitely FOMO big time. I know he's going to rub it in
Oh yeah.
tonight
Oh
about
yeah. I'm gonna
Dallas.
rub salt in the wounds on this
Oh
one,
my
guys.
goodness! As I stayed here in Los Angeles, so guys, I'm sure you all do, but those who were not in Dallas, we've got 1,000 questions for the curator tonight to see how the show was this weekend, how the floor was, and the trade night was.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Dan,
Lots
are
to
you well
talk about.
rested?
Lots to talk about for sure, man. I have to say, it was a good show. You missed a good show,
As
but
always.
I'm almost. Well, first of all, let me just say I did
Okay.
miss having you there.
You
But
you didn't miss me?
no, I said I did miss
Oh,
having you
okay.
there. There, I did, but I mean, I wasn't missing having you take all the Star Wars opportunities because
Oh, really?
there were a lot of Star Wars coming to my table, and I was like, oh, this is what Merlin feels like.
Oh, so you bought some Star Wars? Is that what you're
Yeah,
telling me? Oh
yeah,
my
yeah. People
God!
were bringing me Star Wars for a
So,
change. So I was
so
very happy
were
about
you
that.
pumping and dumping Star Wars, or
Oh
just
yeah, yeah. I
pumping?
was I was pumping and dumping all weekend long. It was great. It was great.
So you were saying Star Wars was still hot on the Dallas show floor?
For me, absolutely,
Oh
absolutely.
wow!
I was buying graded ones. I was flipping them real quick if I needed to, but I tried not to because I wanted to hold on. I wanted to build a graded collection, but
Okay.
I was definitely selling my raw cards, and I had wax too. I had 2 Star Wars wax boxes that people bought up real quick, so it was a great experience in terms of Star Wars. But I got a
Oh, so
lot of stuff. I got
you brought 2 unopened wax of 2021 Topps Chrome Star Wars Galaxy, correct?
no legacy.
Oh, you
One
brought the Legacy.
Yeah, one box because I don't want to open it. So I just moved that box, and then I had a 2018 Legacy or a 2018 Galaxy box, which I
Okay.
brought because I had opened 2 of them and I already made a complete set. So there's no reason for me to open that third one, and I sold that one.
Now that's a paper set, not the Chrome set.
Yes,
Correct.
correct. And that was cool because the guy who bought it for me just ripped it right there in front of me.
And how'd you do?
He pulled some cool cards. He got a cool like a Ray foil and a Luke Sky. I think he got a Luke Skywalker etch foil, but he was just having fun with it. He just grabbed it from me and just ripped it right there, all 26 packs or 24 packs right on my table. So that was cool. So I got to experience that. But overall, we'll let people. Oh, I see some people in here. We'll say hi to. But overall, it was a great experience. I will recap if you don't mind. I will recap.
I can't wait to hear a recap.
Yeah. Everything I got there, I got a whole stack of stuff, all sorts of stuff, guys. I got Star Wars, I got Marvel, I got wrestling, I got UFC, I got hockey.
This is what you picked up. This is what you picked up, correct?
Yeah, these are pickups, guys. I was buying, trading everything. I was wheeling and dealing. It was a crazy time. I was just doing deals for the hell of it. To be honest, I was just doing deals for the hell of it. I got vintage baseball. I got modern baseball. I got soccer. I got all this stuff, man. So I'm going to show you everything. I'll tell you about the attitude, the vibe that I was getting. I was getting feedback on a lot of different things. So I'll tell you guys about that. I'll tell you some of the trends that I was seeing and the overall vibe of the show and things that I'm, looking forward to. So we'll get into all that stuff. And then if we have time, I'll even show you guys my mail day stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
So let's just say hi to some people here because I see some.
We've got a few. We got 28 people right now.
Ryan Stanford.
Let's talk hockey.
Ryan, I'm gonna
talk
going
to Canada next week. Dan.
For the first time ever in between 2 Slabs history, I will talk hockey tonight because
cocky.
I did pick up some hockey cards, and next week we are going to be Merle. It's going to be between 2 Slabs International. We're going to Toronto. Can you believe it's next week? Oh my God!
I've got my passport right here, baby. Make sure it's valid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, that's crazy.
And then I just got my second booster shot this weekend.
Perfect. It will be you'll
I'm
actually
over
be able
50.
to do you'll be actually be able to do Merle World Toronto when you're there.
Merle World Canada, will they
Yeah.
show up?
Let's see what Merle World shows up tonight. Maybe Merle World, I don't know. Some crazy Merle World, what's a crazy one that we can see? We'll see. Puerto Rico, Merle World Puerto Rico in here or something like that. Okay, so there's Ryan.
What else we got? Yeah, we got
Adam
33.
Prism.
Adam Prism. Yeah, great seeing you in Dallas. You got to see
he came by. He came by. I don't think I talked to him that long, but he came by to say hi. I saw so many people coming by to shake my hand, take pictures, talk to me. It was great chance to connect with a lot of cool people out there. So I was so grateful for that. Let's see here. Purple Haze is in the house.
Peace sign.
Our friend Justin.
Spidey hits. Spidey hits now. Marvel cards equal Star Wars.
The newly branded Spidey hits. My
daughter's
trying to get in. My daughter's trying to get in the room here.
Spidey hits.
Yeah, so I'll let you say hi to some of these people here.
Justin, did you have a good time in Dallas? Let me know, man. Hope you did very well, brother. Bazooka Tom, I ripped my 2021 Galaxy box. What is this? You only had one numbered card? That can't be right. Only one numbered one? That's messed up, dude. You're supposed to, I think, have three. Marvel Guy 239. What's up, boys? Missed you, Merle. Missed you too. Almost ran out of Star Wars. Oh man. Oh, so the Marvel guys also had Star Wars too.
So I saw all the Marvel guys there. Kent, Joshua,
right.
Justin. So also all those guys there. So that was kind of cool. I'll talk about that real quick here. I definitely saw a lot of Marvel representation at the show. A lot of dealers. Like there was Marvel cards everywhere. There's this one guy. His name is Michael.
More than March, right?
Huh? What's that?
More than March was.
Way more. I can say that me and you no longer have the competitive advantage when it comes to having Marvel at the show, because there must have been at least 15 dealers there that had some type of Marvel cards in their case. One guy, his name's Michael, Cool Cards. He's a friend of Justin Spidey Hits. He probably had the best Marvel collection in the world I've ever seen, to be honest. Like he had like 6 tables of Marvel cards. It was insane Marvel representation there. So that was pretty crazy. So that's kind of like that made me feel, I don't know, like I felt like I thought that was really cool, because a couple shows ago when me and Justin were met up at Dallas, we were talking about Marvel, and my case was the only one there with Marvel cards. And
that was what, back in January,
and to see it grow to where it is now, it's like, wow. Okay. So I feel like Marvel is an accepted category now for people. People are interested in it. Okay. So that was really cool to see that. I mean, some people are talking about the prices here and there, but people still were buying it. People were still buying the Marvel stuff. They were buying, wait, did I sell my Marvel box? Yeah, I had a Marvel metal box. I sold that right away.
Okay, yeah. You had that at Delmore, correct?
Yeah, any type of Marvel wax was gone. I don't know how the other Marvel guys did, but they seem to be pretty happy with the show. So maybe they can give us some feedback in the chat here. But definitely strong presence at the Marvel show. And we can definitely take comments on that too. I'll tell you guys what I learned from there. And I was selling, trading, and buying Marvel cards there too. So that was cool. Let's get back to the comments here. Sin City.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good to see you, Sin City Cards.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Sin City on an FD show, so that's pretty cool getting his analysis there.
Good.
David's in the house.
LA card guy.
Vintage.
Hockey PMGs.
I'm telling you, now all the Canadians are excited that I actually got into hockey now, so so we can talk about that. That's pretty cool.
So do you have enough to bring to Canada?
I've got 6 hockey cards. I've got 6 hockey cards, 6 hockey PMG cards, and they're big ones too. So I'll tell you guys about that. Marvel Madness.
Josh, what's up, Dan?
Josh in the house. Got to see him there.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, back in Utah.
You know what shocked me about my time when I was hanging out with Josh? He told me he has 5 kids, and he still is able to be in the hobby and go to shows. That's like, I applaud you, because I got one, and that's one too many. You know, for this. So I can't even imagine.
Oh my God, I have a dog and that's enough. Oh
Yeah,
man,
I know, right?
5 kids. Oh, I bet he has dogs too. I don't know how you do it. Tyler Watts, what's up, guys? What's up, Tyler?
Matt,
what's up, guys? What's up, Matt? Good to see you tonight.
Let's see here. Steven.
Steve Hong, what's up, fellas? What was your biggest purchase at the Dallas Card Show, Dan?
My biggest single purchase is gonna be, I don't even know if I want to show you guys this. I was trying to keep it on the DL, but
it's really hard to twist your arm, isn't it, buddy?
Okay, I'll just show you. My single biggest purchase was this baby right here.
Another one of those?
Yes, Mike Tyson PMG. So that graded 9. Wow. Graded 9. So pick that
now, didn't you, or did you try to get an autographed version of that one?
I tried to get the autographed version, but it just went for some crazy amount. Actually, hold on. I showed you guys the wrong one. I got to pull this out real quick here. Give me a second.
Showed us the wrong one.
Yeah, here we go. Okay. So this is the one I got. It has the prototype purple slab mag on it. This is going to be a new color, by the way. This is going to be a new color coming in the fall.
Purple. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Purple and green are going to be the new colors they're coming out with.
Great match on that one. Okay. The purple and the purple PMG of Mike Tyson.
That was my biggest single purchase. My biggest deal, though, is I pulled off a deal to get this red color match.
Oh, wow.
Giannis PMG right here.
Whoa. An 8.5 BGS Giannis rookie red PMG.
Right. So see, guys, I still do sports a little bit. I'm not all about Marvel and Star Wars. I still do sports a little bit. So got that. That was my biggest deal. And I'll tell you guys a little bit about that. Oh, check it out. Armin Blues in the house.
Hey, guys, did you get any PMG?
Yeah, I got a few.
Well, it looks like he just got a couple there.
I got a few.
Sports-wise, he did.
I went PMG crazy this weekend. Now that I'm thinking about it, I got let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 11 PMGs, right? Did I? Yeah, I think I got 11 or 12 PMGs.
11?
11 or 12.
So you also picked up some Marvel then?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Here's 2 of them right here. I picked up Iron Man.
Ooh, from the movie.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
Oh, there went the PMG. No more.
There goes the grade. There goes the grade. And then I pick up this Doctor Strange PMG.
Oh, also an MCU one.
Yeah. So
the purple MCUs.
Yeah. I even won one on eBay too. I won a Mike Trout blue PMG.
Oh, there's eBay. A Mike Trout blue.
You guys,
one.
I'm just wheeling dealing the whole time. But I'll tell you guys about that. Marvel Madness.
Thanks for the slab mags.
Oh yeah, people were buying. Oh yeah,
you were passing those. You were selling those in and out.
Oh yeah, those things are so easy for me to sell at the shows because I basically sell them at a discount, so people just try to buy me out. But definitely got to meet with some of the heads at Slab Bags while we were at Dallas. So that's going that relationship is going well. So if you guys need slab mags, let me know. Hit me up. I get you guys the discount on that. But slab mags is going well. Okay, let's see here. Jay Champagne.
Must see Tuesday Night TV. What's up, fellas? Thank you so much, Jay.
Let's see. Toa's in the house here.
Toa, curator already mailing up. Good to see you, Toa.
Okay, Servo's here.
Servo, what's up, guys? Love this show each week. It's a good one, man.
Sammy's got a question.
Sammy Ruiz, has there ever been a national on the West Coast? They used to always be on the West Coast.
Anaheim,
when I was growing up, yes,
yeah.
All the time on the West Coast. And I was only dreaming that they would be on the East Coast. And then when I moved to the West Coast, they all moved to the East Coast. So I was really bummed.
Yeah.
That they switched.
Quincy, I saw him there.
Spidey fan. Hey, fellas, great to see you again, Daniel. So you saw Quincy at Dallas.
He gave me a gift. He gave me this cool Charlotte Flair autographed photo.
Nice.
And he gave me a mystery box to give to you, which I'll give to you next time I see you. So,
yay, okay.
Well, always good to see him.
See me this week and next week.
Mr. G's in the house.
Mr. G, I bought a graded mini Doctor Strange from some guy. Okay.
That's me. Yeah. So he bought Mr. G.
You had a mini Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I had a mini, like the mini anime card, like a Japanese card.
Okay.
So he bought that for me. So that was cool. Great seeing him there. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. G. I think you told me that he just spontaneously decided to go to Dallas because he was watching our show, and he said, "Hey, I've got some free time," and he went out there. And I think that based on our conversation, I think that he had a great time. So I was really happy to hear that.
Well, I hope it's definitely like Disneyland. We go there for card collecting.
Yeah. Blade's here.
Blade, it was nice to meet you, Daniel and Justin. Spidey hits.
Yeah, definitely here. Oh, here's Aaron. Feed the Gods.
Feed the Gods, Aaron. Good evening, gents. Good to see Aaron. I was chatting with him on IG this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Dan is into hockey. I have quite a bit of Ryan Getzlaff graded slabs.
Guys. I bought a whole hockey PMG set. I'm into hockey now. We're gonna be pumping hockey, guys. This little niche sport called hockey. We're definitely
you take off, yeah, hoser.
Let's see here. Matt's got a comment.
Matt, that Goodfellas vid with the gangsters' names was hilarious.
Yeah.
Was that on IG?
Yeah, check it out. Check out my reel. I use this really cool like Goodfellas audio clip, and I was saving it for Dallas, and it turned out really well.
Now, have you posted your video yet for Dallas or not?
Not yet, because we stayed an extra day. So we just got back on Monday late last night. We didn't get back till about like 11:30 p.m. And my gosh, the travel was horrendous. Something really embarrassing happened. I used the United Lounge, right? I have like privileges to go to the United Access Lounge, and I was there with my family, my daughter Emily. And Emily was just acting like her normal self, but I guess like they were being really strict at the Dallas Lounge, or somebody was actually complaining, and they actually kicked us out of the United Lounge. So that was like super embarrassing. I'm like,
oh no,
yeah, I'm like one of those parents.
They kicked you out.
They kicked me out because Emily was making too much noise, they said, and
they didn't give you a warning.
Well, they tried to tell us to calm down and give us a coloring book, but it's like if anybody has a kid, it's hard to control your kid, and it's frowned upon to slap them these days. So you couldn't do that, right? So it was just one of those situations where she was just having a little bit too much fun, and they kicked us out of the lounge, which was super embarrassing. I didn't want to fight them because I didn't want to get kicked out of the airport or anything like that. So we just grabbed our stuff and walked out of there. So and on top of that, the flight was delayed, and it was just like a really, really long day for us. So I didn't get back.
No, I'm sorry.
I didn't get back till like 11:30 last night, but I'm going to try to work on the video tonight and try to get it out this week for sure.
Good.
But
can't wait.
Yeah, so that was definitely an experience. Philly Joe says hello.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you, Philly Joe. Callie King Breaks, what's up?
Matt
again, will Slab Max expand the SGC colors and thickness? Yeah, that's a good question.
Currently no plans for that. For my meeting with them, currently no plans for that. This year we will get 2 more colors. We're going to get purple and we're going to get green. So that's what's in the works right now.
Good.
Okay.
A Blade, Giannis PMG, smiley face.
Okay.
Marvel guy, oh my God, wait until you see the new golden auction this month. Absolutely fire. I won't be busy in Dallas this time.
Awesome.
Purple Haze, good fellas. Hello, fellas.
Feed the Gods.
Feed the Gods, Aaron. Just finished watching the Book of Boba Fett. Any couple of Fett cards I should look after?
Well, you could go for his rookie card, which is the 1977. I think it's 1980 or
80. Yeah, 80s is rookie year.
The star file. That's his first card. Mm-hmm. Or you could get any of the Galaxy cards. Look really cool. Masterworks looks cool to me. What do you think?
Yeah, the same here. I meant the one that says like Boba Fett from the 1980 Empire Strikes Back is his rookie card. There's a couple from that set. Also, the one that's really popular is the animated one from that year as well, 1980. You know what I'm talking about? It's got like the orange or yellow background, and it's like cartoonish.
Yeah.
It's like firing. That seems to be one of the most popular and fetches the highest premium cost at a high grade. Then, like you said, like the Masterworks ones, and then the ones that, again, that do well are the parallel refractors of the Galaxy cards from this past year, the 2021 ones are definitely very popular, which I think are just about 2 or 3 out of that set.
Yeah, just go down. I mean, I like I like a lot of the Galaxy ones, but just go down that rabbit hole, Aaron. Just go search eBay and see what turns up, and you'll have a lot of fun doing that.
I did not have any problems selling any of those cards in Dallas.
No, yeah.
Axel C, what's up, guys? Going to Bleecker tomorrow. That's the Bleecker Trading Show in New York City for a showcase event. Any tips? I don't want to take too much value either. Thank you.
I would just say be prepared for anything because you never know what's going to happen. You got to bring your best cards. You don't want to feel like you didn't bring the cards that you needed at that time. So bring your best cards, bring cash. Go watch some of my videos where I talk about the art of the deal. And I think you'll do fine, but you're going to have fun no matter what.
Right.
Ziggy's in the house.
Ziggy, good to see you, Ziggy. Good evening, gentlemen. Good to see you, man.
Papa Jim.
Papa Jim. Was he there in Dallas?
No, he was not there that time. I think he's moving.
Oh, yeah.
He told me, so he was not there. So we missed seeing him.
I hope all is well with you too, brother. Dill M, what soccer did you buy? Did you get soccer?
Yes, I did. I got.
Man, you were all over the place.
Yeah, I was doing everything. Like wow. I tried to be in my little niches, but
so you were busy.
We'll talk about this too. Well, okay, I'll just tell you guys. So one strategy that I had was, a lot of people were very interested in my Marvel cards, and what ended up happening is like, the Marvel market is kind of volatile right now. It's down from its high, so people were hesitant to spend cash. So I recognize that because I always say that you got to be ready. You got to be able to read the room and see what's going on, right? If you have a strategy going into the show and it's not working, you got to be able to pivot and change that strategy. So I went from trying to sell my Marvel cards, my PMG specifically, to trading them because a lot of people were willing to trade money that they had already spent on different cards to get the cards that they wanted, but they didn't want to put more money on top of that.
Okay.
So that's what I ended up doing. And for me, I looked at it from two different perspectives. Number one is I wanted to refresh my inventory because I needed to diversify a little bit because I'm very heavy into Marvel right now. So I wanted to diversify in some other things, especially since I'm going to some different places where I don't know what the demand is. Like we're going to go to Toronto next week, then we're going to go to Chicago. So wanted to diversify a little bit. And then two, I looked at it as a way for me to get people to dip their toes into all pop culture cards, alternative cards, whatever you want to call it, specifically Marvel. So that's what I did. And what I did to pick up the soccer cards, I traded some Marvel cards. I don't even remember what it is exactly. I posted it on my Instagram, but I picked up a like this rare Mbappe prize footballer club card out of 20. Picked that up and then moved that into something else right away. I picked up a Ronaldo National Landmarks 9.5 BGS. That was a huge score for me.
Okay.
And I sold that one right away. I've got this card here. I picked up this. What is this? Alex Morgan auto here.
Oh, nice. Cool. Alex Morgan, female soccer for U.S. women's national team.
Yeah, so I was making some soccer moves. Brian was definitely, Brian was proud. He was looking at it. He make those moves. So I did
Sunday League investors, everyone.
Yeah. So did pick up some soccer. Okay. All right. Let's get to the next comments here. What we're talking about.
And was Brian doing very well this weekend? With the
Brian was killing it. Yeah, he's so niche that there's not a lot of hockey specialized vendors. So
soccer.
I mean soccer, yeah. So he's always
going to switch to hockey.
Yeah, he's always going to get attention. So he did well from what I could see.
Awesome.
Yeah.
A Purple Haze. What do you think of the vintage toy cards in Star Wars Galaxy Chrome? Yeah, they're cool too. What do you think, Dan?
I like them because I'm a toy collector. So they appeal to me. They have crossover appeal. Maybe not for everybody, but for me as a toy collector, I definitely like them. I think they're cool.
Yeah, especially with the low numbered refractor.
Yeah. So I enjoy those a lot. And then the Masterworks has a toy card line where they call them like out of the box, where they actually have the figure and a picture of the character next to it. So that's pretty cool. So check that out.
Is that out of the new Masterworks?
Yeah, 2021. Okay. I have a few of them. Some guy Oh, that just reminded me. Some guy brought me a 1 of 1 Princess Leia out of the box card, and I tried to do a deal with him. He said he was going to come back, but he never did, and so that one kind of slipped out of my hands.
Now, what are the 1 of 1s out of the Masterworks called? They're not super fractors or anything?
No, they're just like gold. They're gold cards.
They are still.
Yeah.
They're still gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steven, will you guys be setting up the Newport show? I think we are, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, we try not to do the. I mean, I personally try not to do the local shows because my cards don't really move well. But the Newport show is being promoted by Dynasty Mode. He's a friend of ours, EJ. Right. So I'm just gonna go to support him. Okay. Yeah. So we'll be there for sure.
Okay, there you go. And when is that show, Dan? So we can promote him.
Second week of June.
Second week of June. Okay, yeah. So that'll be right when we get back from Toronto.
Yeah, go check him out on Instagram, Dynasty Mode. He posts all sorts of advertisement for that. So it should be a good show. If you guys are in town or in the area, it should be a good show. And it's a 2-day show also, Friday and Saturday with a trade night.
Okay.
So it might be worth traveling in if you're not too far away.
Gotcha.
CV Sports Cards in the house.
What's up, CV? CV, what's up, fellas? You got a few there. Charter, first time seeing you guys live. It's great to find others in the Star Wars and Marvel camps. Gods, keep up the fire. CV, welcome back, Dan. Saw the nice gems. Yep.
Yeah.
We're seeing them as we go along, too. So, Dan, you, Toad Rose, thoughts on Uno Marvel cards? Yeah, what do you think about Uno Marvel cards?
I didn't even know they existed. No, you just said it right now, so I'll have to check it out, but they sound cool to me.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, Uno, I have, that's funny that you said that. I did find Uno BTS, the band BTS, the Korean K-pop band. And I sent to, you think that's licensed by Mattel. You think you send those in the PSA, they would grade them.
You told me about that, yeah.
Yeah, they rejected them, saying it's not in their registry. So they sent them back. Luckily, they didn't, make me pay for it. So then I sent them the SGC thinking they would grade them. No, they rejected them too. So they can't find them in the registry either. And I was like, damn. So when we were in Del Mar, I went up to the BGS table back at grading, and I asked them before I, filled out a form like, listen, can you grade these? Are they, since they're licensed? And they said they would. And then I checked on my account, and it looks like they're grading them. They accepted them, so they're being graded. So that's good. So maybe they'll accept the Marvel cards, but I don't think.
What company is this?
BGS.
Oh.
So BGS did accept the Uno cards, but I don't think PSA is going to accept the Uno cards for Marvel.
You know what I thought was interesting? This is the first time I've seen it, but BGS was at Dallas and they did on-site grading.
Oh, they did?
With slabbing too, not just raw card review. They were slabbing cards there.
Dang, wow.
So they so BGS definitely had a presence there, so that was interesting to see.
So I can't wait to get my BTS cards back.
Yeah, and then just to speak to this point here, like me and you, we know Marvel cards, right? We talk about all the time. I had never heard of Marvel Uno cards before until he just brought that up. So that's why, like, we get a lot of grief about like talking about different types of cards. People like, think we're pumping and dumping everything. And to me, it's just a joke right now. But this is exactly the point of why we have to have people sharing the cards that they collect, the things that they like, because a lot of times we don't even know these things exist until we see it. And we don't know that we want it until we see it. Yeah, so that's very important.
See, look.
Okay. What's the backside? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, see it's licensed by Mattel. You think it's licensed, they would grade it, but no.
PSA will grade gift cards. They will grade
PSA or BGS?
Both. They will grade.
I get so much rejected by. I mean, PSA rejects many of my Topps and Panini cards.
I've seen graded gift cards. I've seen business cards. I've seen vending machine stickers, and you're telling me they won't grade an album card or a game card? So it's like, where do you draw the line?
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to
Trader Griff's. Good to see you, buddy. Good evening, gentlemen.
Right.
Vintage card collector. What type of Star Wars cards move the easiest? Well,
Galaxy.
Yeah, I guess so,
Galaxy,
right?
Easy.
Okay, and that's my next question, Dan. I'm at stacks right now of raw cards that can send them into SGC and PSA. I mean, we got a show at Canada. Should I just hold on to those raw cards and take the Canada with me, or should I get those graded and get them ready for the next card shows later in June in Chicago? What's your advice?
Take it.
Take the raw and the graded.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have time to get it back before we go to Toronto, you got to take it.
Okay.
Listen, I'm just as in the dark as you are. When we go to Canada, we don't know what they're gonna like. We don't know how they're gonna be receptive to all this stuff. But we gotta bring everything we can and just put it out there and see what they like. Hopefully, we get some good feedback. So I'm bringing everything that I can possibly fit with me.
Okay.
There.
Now, are you bringing much sports besides hockey, or what? And are you gonna bring basketball?
My sport inventory is very low right now. I'd say it's about like maybe 30% of my inventory. So I'll just bring that. And then I'll bring Star Wars, wrestling, Marvel, the miscellaneous sports, and I might even bring some wax too.
Okay.
Yeah, and slab mags. So yeah, so we'll bring all that stuff here.
How about Canadian football? You have any Canadian football cards?
I was like thinking about that. I was like, do they make a CFL?
Warren Moon CFL cards?
I bet you they do. I bet you we just don't know they exist, but there's probably some Canadian cards out there.
I'm sure.
Then, you know what I found out just recently? There's a Canadian grading company called like KSA or something like that. And I've seen one of their slabs before, and I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like a pop-up company, but I think they're actually very well respected in Canada. I don't know. Any Canadians ever heard of that? But I saw an ad that they're going to be there doing on-site grading, and it was like a big deal to do that. So I don't know. We'll have to check it out. So that would be interesting.
Now, is there going to be any good dim sum restaurants nearby? I heard we have to have some dim sum.
Oh, I'm sure.
I had dim sum for my girlfriend's birthday since she's Cantonese.
If anybody's from Toronto, let us know what a good place to eat at. Let us know what because that's definitely one of our traditions is when me and Merlin we go to the shows, we got to treat ourselves to a nice dinner. So let us know what is the place to go, and we'll check it out. We should start doing like food reviews too of these places.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's see here.
I'm glad I'm more rested. Cooter, good evening, gents. Dan Sadaharu is listening with me and says to say hello to you.
Yeah, so this is our friend Tom. He's my vintage guru that I always see at these shows, and I talk to him. But I had picked up this Sadahara O card. For those people who don't know him, he is a very famous Japanese baseball player and the all-time home run king in the Japanese league.
Right.
He actually has more home runs than Hank Aaron, like 855 or something like that.
Oh man! That's right. Yes, I remember him.
I picked up a random graded card at trade night that I thought was really cool.
Really?
Because I know who he is, so I could appreciate Japanese baseball players.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really cool, and I was all ready to put it into my PC. It's not a relatively expensive card. And then I just put it in my case to kind of fill up some space. And then Tom comes by early in the morning and just scoops it right up for me. I barely had time to enjoy the card, and he just scoops it up for me. Yeah. So.
My goodness.
But he really appreciated it.
What year is it from?
1977.
70s, right? Yeah, I totally remember him as a kid.
Yeah, I don't even know if I got a chance to take a picture of it. I think I did. But yeah, he was really
didn't have it long at all.
Yeah, he was really happy to get it. I don't think there was any other Sadahara O card in the entire Dallas show, but he seemed really happy to get it, and that made me happy because part of why I do this is I just like to match the right card with the right person who can really appreciate it. So I think he could definitely appreciate it more than I could. So I was happy to make that deal. So it was good seeing you, Tom. Appreciate it. Let me try to get through this here.
Okay. Who do we have next? Sin City cards. I'm waiting to see if PSA accepts those Marvel cards from Japan. Hero battle cards.
I actually saw people who had hero battle card boxes, and these cards look really good to me. They're probably not worth a lot of money. I don't know if there's a market for them, but they look better than the White Swartz, in my opinion. Some of the artwork.
Now, is this a new set or what?
I don't know what it is. Maybe Sin City can give us some information about that, but somebody had boxes that were selling, and I regret not buying these boxes. They were like $100, but they just the artwork looked really, really cool on these cards. So, but he had ones that were from China. So I don't know if that was like a knockoff or something like that. But these things are very interesting. So I have to look into them. Mm-hmm. And so many comments. We got a full room tonight here. I
love full rooms.
Yeah, let me take a second here and just show you guys some of my stuff here. Let's break up the comments, okay?
Let's do it. That's fine.
All right. Sure. So
we're curious to see what you have.
Yeah. One of the things I was definitely looking for was Star Wars, and I was able to pick up some cool graded Star Wars cards. Check this out. I got this HGA slab.
Oh, okay. Let's hope we get that.
It was a 10.
Oh, you picked that up on HGA 10 pristine. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Okay.
This is an atomic refractor. So to answer somebody's question about what Star Wars cards move, Star Wars Galaxy numbered refractors, super easy to move. Mm-hmm. Picked up this Darth Vader wave refractor. Okay, that's a 10, or no, that's a 9.
The Karloff connection.
Yes.
Because it's supposed to look like Frankenstein.
Yes. Picked up this Prism refractor. I was 75.
Oh wow. Okay. I just have one of those I got in the mail today, Dan.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite versions of Vader cards. Okay.
It is.
Picked up this PSA 10 Fallen Jedi.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Okay, this is the Mace Windu one.
Now what's that numbered out of?
99.
Okay.
So this is the wave.
Oh, the wave refractors are 99.
And then I'll pick this one up. This I'm super excited about. This is a purple refractor.
Out of 25 reflections. That's got the 4 Jedis.
Yeah, this is a PSA 10. So check that out.
That's Anakin, Obi-Wan, Luke, and Yoda.
Yeah, that's a beautiful card right there.
I've got a few of those. It's one of my favorites.
This is what I'm really excited about here. Let me just make sure. This card, which I think has a lot of significance to it.
Very cool too.
Larger than life.
Colors on that's so cool. Larger than life.
This is the wave one out of 99. Okay. And I picked up this HGA 9.5, and I picked up a PSA 10 version of it in an atomic.
That looks like atomic. Yeah, you can see that.
And what's significant about this card? Where's my comic nerds at? This is done by Jack Kirby.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so if you know comics, you know this name, Jack Kirby.
Definitely.
So this is a very significant card to me, and I think it's going to be very sought after in the Galaxy set. And I think maybe people can correct me. Maybe Dave can correct me on this. This might be his only Galaxy card that he's ever done.
At all.
Yeah, and this was from the 90s. This is one of the original series 1 or 2 or whatever in the 90s that he did. I don't know when he passed away, but it's pretty cool, and it just screams Jack Kirby art. So
it does.
Yeah, I think that one was really cool. So those are some of the pickups I got there. Let me answer some more comments, and then I'll get to the next.
You definitely got several of some of my favorite ones that I've been grabbing as well.
I had some other ones, but I sold them off because they were just like, somebody offers you money, it's a quick flip, then
exactly
take it, right?
It's hard to say no.
Yeah, but some of these ones I decided I didn't want to move. Let me see here.
You needed to have some for your display case for the next shows, correct?
Right. Yeah.
These lives are the best. Thanks, guys. Thank you, John.
Mm-hmm.
Blade, Dan, what did you think about the rare edition grading? I thought they have the nicest slabs ever. I remember they were set up behind us at Del Mar. Yeah. Were they at Dallas as well?
Yes, they were. And I actually had a chance to go up to their booth and look at their stuff. And, if you guys have watched this before, you guys know my feelings about these pop-up grading companies, as I call them, right? I don't believe that these companies necessarily add a premium value. Like you can value their opinion, but as far as having it slabbed, like HGA, for example, I don't necessarily think that it adds much of a premium to it. But I will admit, and this is not a paid promotion, although they should try to sponsor us. I will admit I held their slab, and it is nice. It is nice. it's unlike anything else that's on the market right now. Everything is relatively comparable in terms
Right.
of a thin piece of plastic and a label, but these things, they look like museum quality displays for your cards. So I'm definitely interested in learning a little bit more about them. And they had a special where you can grade 3 cards with them. So I'm probably going to submit 3 cards and just, I got nothing to lose. Just see what happens with it. But the displays are very nice. So I'm definitely interested in learning more about that company.
Oh,
Do
nice.
I think that they're going to hold a premium to PSA? No, not right now. But as far as it being a unique niche thing, yes, I think they're pretty cool.
Who do we have next? Vintage card collector Jeremy Lee has said the Canadian shows are about 75% hockey.
Okay, well, we always like to be in the niche area, so that doesn't scare us. The question is there going to be demand for anything else? That's what I want to find out. But that's why I'm bringing my best stuff, because I want to get people's attention and teach them about these things. Even if I don't sell any or trade any cards, I want to expose everybody that's at that show to these pop culture cards. What about you?
Well, Canadians have to enjoy pop culture just as much as the rest of us.
Yeah. So
I mean,
it'll be cool,
they have TV in theaters as well.
Yeah, if we can get a couple Canadians, into Marvel or wrestling or Star Wars, then it'll be success for us. Let's see here.
I need to bring some Martin Short cards. He's Canadian.
There you go. Bring the Justin Bieber ones.
Exactly, and Drake. Those are 2 high-profile Canadians. Trader Griff's Dan and Merle going to come back hyped on hockey, curling, and ice fishing cards.
If there's a curling card out there, I want it for sure.
Oh my god, I'm going to get my Superfractor walleye card.
Yeah. Oh, some people know about this company, KS. I think it's called KSI or KSA or something like that.
KSI grades a lot of hockey.
Yeah. See, look at this.
CC KSA has been around for about 20 years. Oh wow.
Oh yeah. So
I don't think I've ever seen a KSA slab though. Have you?
That just shows you how little we know about it, because they've been for 20 years. And
we'll see them.
Yeah. So interesting. It'll be very interesting to see.
Okay. What else we have? CC Rada. Dance going through the motions. All right. Okay, David Campos, Jack Kirby. Okay, yeah, David, a late card guy. Card Market Media. Does anyone else hope that Blur is not there on Thor: Love and Thunder, or is it just me?
I just saw that new trailer today, and it looks awesome. I cannot wait to see that.
What's he talking about? Elsa, hope that Blur is not there.
They released a new trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder, and in there he gets naked, and they blur it out. So,
oh, my girlfriend's gonna be crossing her fingers that Blur's not there.
Go watch that trailer after this.
That's one of her favorite men.
It's pretty funny.
So, Steven, I'm hearing a lot of non-cash transactions compared to other Dallas shows. Do you agree?
No. I did a lot of cash deals there. Believe me.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. It's like I did a lot of cash deals. I paid cash for a lot of things. I'm not gonna disclose how much money I made or spent there, but it was a lot, guys. It was a lot. So, it's okay. Let's talk about this. So we'll take a break from the comments to talk about this. So the overall vibe and attitude of the show, it was packed. It was like more people there than it was last time on the Thursday trade night. On Thursday, Maryland, where people are usually just kind of just coming into town, and there's not that many there. It was full on Thursday night.
What?
Yeah, it was full on Thursday night. Full trade night on Thursday night. I was there till 3 a.m. Every trade night, I was there.
I wouldn't doubt that.
From 3 to 4 a.m. doing deals. It was nuts. Packed from Thursday all the way to Sunday. So the vibe there was good. People were spending cash. I saw, not me personally, but I saw big deals go down. Like I saw at trade night, they were doing like this live break, and they were opening a football national treasures, and they pulled like I forget who they pulled, like one of the quarterbacks, the new quarterbacks. They pulled his RPA, like a shield logo. I forget who it was. I want to say like the Jets quarterback or somebody like that. But they pulled it right away. People started screaming like little girls. And then 2 guys or 3 guys got together and they put $26,000 down on the table for the breaker to buy that card right there. And the breaker, because he did it live, he called the person who won that card and they did the deal right there. 26 grand cash on the table. It was insane. And then I was seeing like other people do like huge transactions, 30, 40 grand there. It was insane. It got to the point where I saw people asking the police officers, because you know how they have the police officers walking around? They were asking the police officers to escort them to do these deals. That's how much was going down. A buddy of mine bought a Star Jordan rookie for $37,000.
Wait a minute, I thought you were going to try to get that one.
I was, but not for that much, not for that much. But he bought it. He bought it there at the show. He did a wire transfer for it. It wasn't cash, but that was crazy. That company Alt was there, and they were buying cards, and they were giving people 80% advances on their cards. So people were going crazy for that. They rented their own separate conference room, and there was a line out the door, for people waiting to get into that room so that they could give their cards to Alt and get the cash advance. So that was insane. But yeah, just definitely the vibe there. I mean, like, if I'm going to base the hobby off of what I saw there, I would just say the hobby's as strong as it's ever been. People were not shy about anything. They were buying, selling, and trading, but that happens at every show. But definitely the vibe there was very bullish, I would say. And I saw a lot of people. I saw like Card Father from Burbank Sports Cards. He was there. I saw that girl Don Diego. She was there buying Pokemon stuff.
The Pokemon woman, right?
Yeah, I saw all the normal content creators. Mojo was there. Rolf Cards was there. Kenneth was there. All those guys. Big companies, Drip, whatnot. All they were there. BGS was there. So it was like a mini national, basically, from what I could see. So there was no slowing down whatsoever.
Love it.
Yeah. All right. So with that, let me tell you guys about some of the other stuff I got here. Okay. Let me show you guys my vintage collection.
Ooh, vintage. You also picked up some vintage there.
Yes. All right. Hold on.
Any of them cricket cards? Someone want to know?
No. But I did see some vintage soccer cards, which I thought were super cool from 1924. Pre-war soccer cards, which I'm kind of into now. I need to find some.
Why did Brian say those are hot? Does Brian have pre-World War II soccer cards or something?
No, some guy came up to show him all his cards, and he had just like an amazing collection of pre-war soccer cards, and they just looked really cool to me. They weren't that expensive, I don't think, but he wasn't really selling them, but I need to get some for now because I thought they were really cool. All right. So I got a UFC card. I am in UFC now. Okay.
Really?
We are pumping UFC cards right now. Okay. Because I met our friend Jason Baker. He's Sports Card Mover on Instagram. And he does mostly Marvel and UFC, but he was telling me about this guy called Kazmat.
Oh yeah, I recognize him. Yeah.
He says he's like a Chechnyan assassin or something like that, and he's the up and coming guy. So I had a chance to pick this up. I just took a chance on it. I don't know anything about it, but I kind of wanted to dip my toes. Everybody was talking about it, so I wanted to dip my toes in there and get a little UFC. So I'm in the UFC game now. Okay, so that's cool.
Yay!
Here's my vintage collection. Okay, let's see here. So I picked up these 3 cards of a T206s, 1910 Piedmonts. Okay.
Oh gosh, this is old.
Yeah. These are like nobodies. I don't know who they are, but these cards are really cool.
Are baseball, right? That's not
baseball.
Soccer. Okay.
Yeah.
Those look like the Honus Wagner type.
Yeah. Exactly. T206 is. Nobody's special, but these cards are over 100 years old, so I think they're pretty cool.
Wow. Okay.
And the colors on these are really nice. So pick these up in a trade. Somebody traded me these cards for a PMG. So.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got that. Picked up this 1953 Jackie Robinson. So this is really cool.
That's beautiful.
Again, I traded a PMG to get this card. So people,
nice.
they wanted to get into Marvel PMGs, which I have a lot of, but they didn't want to necessarily spend the money because they're a little bit worried about where the prices are. So to get them into the market, I allowed them to trade into it. So that was cool.
Well, yeah, you can't go wrong with a Jackie Robinson.
Oh, never. And we picked this. I picked this up from our friend Isaac. I think he was a little bit high when he did this deal. That's what he told me. But hey, he still did it. And then here's one of my favorite pickups: 1940 Superman card. Check that out.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is 1940 SGC 3.5. So I've been seeing these cards around. I've been wanting to pick up one of these for a while. So I think they're super undervalued for what they are from being from 1940s. So I picked that up. So that's the vintage right there. I picked up this modern Mike Trout card as a filler card in
orange
a trade.
Refractor. Okay.
Yeah, orange refractor. So not attached to it, but I picked it up. I picked up this wrestling card. This is a on-card auto, in-person auto of the Iron Sheik.
Oh, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, 1985 tops, and I believe this is Rocky Johnson.
It is Rocky Johnson. Yes, it is. So that is Dwayne Johnson, The Rock's father.
I'm gonna give this to our friend
in a headlock.
I'm gonna give this to our friend Donald, the show locator. He says that he likes Iron Sheik, and he was nice enough to give us those gifts at Del Mar. So I'm gonna give him.
He always gives us gifts.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this to him the next time I see him. So that's pretty cool. And that's what it's about.
Actually, guys. I was actually on the phone talking with Donald this weekend.
A lot of people gave me gifts at the Dallas Card Show, and I thought that was like so cool how we have this community of collectors who, if we see something that we know somebody else likes, we'll get it for them, and it doesn't have to be like very transactional. Like we'll just get it and give them as a gift. So I'm really enjoying that type of camaraderie that I'm seeing lately of that. So this one will go to Donald. Hopefully he doesn't watch this, so it'll be a surprise. Let me show you some of my Marvel pickups here. This was given to me as a gift from
it's a metal friend. Or no, it's not a metal. It's just masterpieces.
Yeah, from my friend Josh.
I love that. That's the Deadpool, and he's roasting marshmallows.
Yeah, he just gave this to me, which was super cool. So I thought that was nice. I picked up this. This card is pretty damn sexy. I picked up this Dark Phoenix card. Look at that.
Ooh, she's
look at how
leaving her spell on you.
Yeah, it's not a very expensive card, but I picked it up. I think I picked this up from Justin, I think, our friend that we met in Atlanta. Justin and his dad. You remember him?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So picked that up from him. So that's cool. And you remember that Kurosawa that I pulled from the 2012 pack, the original one, the white one?
Yes.
I got that a raw card review from Dallas Card Investors, our friends there, and it came back at 10.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I will probably send this off to get graded just for fun.
Nice. With who? PSA or SGC?
Let me ask you guys who know about this. Either I send it to PSA, right? It's going to cost me $50, or I might send this to Rare Edition and let them put it in that fancy slab because I have a promo where I can do it for free. I just got to pay for shipping. So Tell me what you guys think this would look really cool in PSA or Rare Edition. I'm not selling it. It's just for looks. So those are the pickups. And then the major pickups here. The major pickups is Mike Tyson, PMG, which I picked up as a gold digging hour. This is the last deal I did at the show. I picked it up.
Okay.
I picked up a Connor McDavid 2015 rookie card PMG. The entire set. I already dropped off the Connor McDavid at PSA, so I can't show you guys, but I picked up the entire 6-card set. And what I noticed, I didn't notice when I bought it, when I did the deal and paid for it, but the entire set is matching serial number. So that's pretty cool.
Matching serial number.
Yeah, these cards are numbered out of 150. So all 6 cards are all the same serial number. So that adds a premium in my mind.
Ooh.
So that's pretty cool. This and the only reason I did this was because I'm going to Canada next week and I wanted to have some hockey.
Oh, wow. It's okay.
Yeah, but some dude just brought it to me and said, "Hey, I'll give you a deal," and I just couldn't refuse. So that was cool. And then
so you'll have a lot of raw cards too for sale.
Me?
Yeah.
I had the only raw cards I had was like Star Wars.
No, you'll be bringing a lot of raw cards to Canada.
Just Star Wars. That's it.
Oh, but it looked like you had those PMGs. You're not gonna bring those hockey
Oh
PMGs?
yeah, I will. I will. It's going to be sold as a set though. But yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And then the big boy here is the Giannis card that I got. So I did a lot of PMG deals, guys. I am known as the PMG guy now. So that was cool. And that was basically all my pickups. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, that's really it, or anything that's worth showing to you guys. So let's get back to the comments here. And then
we have so much popping up. Let's do it. Vintage card collector, how would you describe the vibe at Dallas in terms of confidence in the market? Did you witness people panic selling? Good question. Did you, Dan? I wanted to know as well.
I kind of spoke to this earlier, and I talked to a lot of people about this. So this is where we can get really deep with this conversation. In terms of activity in the market, based on the Dallas show, there was for me, there was not really panic sell. I didn't see people panic selling. I saw people putting a lot of cash down. There's a lot of confidence based off of the activity that I saw at the Dallas show. Okay, so that's my official answer. I talked to a lot of people, and people were very bullish on the cards that they were buying. So, it didn't look like there was any lack of confidence. It just seems like people are more educated on the type of cards they're buying,
Okay.
And, you're not seeing people overpay for like base cards. People are trying to find like numbered rare cards, low pop cards, high end cards, things like that. But there's different, like the hobby is divided up into like 100 different categories where you can be a prospector and just buy like rookies. You can be a high end collector. You can be a vintage collector. You can be a raw card, get it graded collector. You could be a niche collector like me in pop culture cards and things like that.
Right.
So there's so many different places that you can be at within the hobby, and you can make money in all those areas. So for me, I'm very confident in the market. Plus, on the business side of this, because I was paying attention to this too, I was seeing a lot of
corporate
businesses there, startups there, and they were they were not shy about spending money. Like I told you, which is like, I think it's alt is backed by like corporate investors or something like that, had a line out the door buying cards. They were spending money. We saw
now. Why is that? Like, what's their intention? Like, why are they buying cards at Dallas Card Show?
They were not necessarily buying cards. They were giving cash advances for people who want to use their platform to auction the cards. Okay. So like, if I was going to give them, like, I'm going to auction this, they want me to auction it on their site versus eBay or PWCC or something.
Okay.
So they would give me 80% of what they perceive the value to be, and then I put it on their site. So they were doing that.
So like, give me an example, because I don't know how this works. So give me an example. Let's just say like, let's give an estimate value of this one then.
Okay. Let's just say the estimate on this is $1,000, right?
Okay.
That's determined by them, because they have a pricing valuation tool thing where they can take a picture of it and stuff.
Okay.
And it gives them a price. So let's just say that based on their alt app, it gives them like $1,000. They were giving away $800 in advance for that.
Okay, so if I walked up with that card and they said this is valued at $1,000, and I'm like, okay, I want to auction it off through alt, then they would give me $800 in advance.
Up to 80%, yeah.
Up to 80%, okay.
Yeah, and then if it goes higher than that, then they give you the difference. If it goes lower than that, I don't know.
Then they're going to have someone seek me out and make me pay for it or beat me up.
No, I don't think so. I think they're probably going to go out of business, because that model's not going to work.
Okay.
But yeah, so I saw alt there. I told you I saw BGS was there doing on-site grading.
On-site grading this time. Wow.
Yeah.
They're based out of Dallas.
Drip, which is another platform like Whatnot, they were there trying to recruit people to their platform. They were spending money. Whatnot sponsored the whole damn thing. I saw Whatnot balloons everywhere. So there's a lot of corporate money and a lot of investor money there too. And that's very important to me, because if these companies are spending money to build out the infrastructure, then I feel very confident in the long-term health of the market, right? I don't think that it's gonna fade away. Another interesting thing I saw is a lot of young people, like young kids, teenagers, there. So that's always a good sign. Young people in their 20s. This one kid, no joke, guys. This one kid, his name is shoot, I forget his name. I should have remembered. I think it starts with an H, like Halsey or something like that. Him and his dad came up to me. This kid was 14 years old. Him and his dad came up to me, father-son duel, and they bought $9,600 of cards for me. 2 cards, basically.
$9,600 of like various things, or just
2 cards. He bought a high-end Kobe
okay.
Immaculate Auto that I have, and he brought a Joe Burrow Kaboom that I had. But wow. I asked him, I said, "How old are you, kid?" He's like 14. So this kid and his dad is part of this too. And I said, "Who's the brains of this operation? Is it the son or the dad?" And it's the son, and the dad's just the money, right? But it's a good sign to see young kids in the hobby, right? Because they're the next generation that's going to take it to the next level. So that was really cool. So just and then just the activity that I saw, people there all day at the show, people there all night at the trade night, just nonstop wheeling and dealing. All the people I talked to, nobody was really complaining about this or that. It was just such a different vibe. Like when we go to our local shows, I can tell you that I meet a lot of people that are kind of complaining about their cards. But when I go to Dallas, it's different. People are just happy to be there. They're spending money. It's really like totally different environment. It's like the big leagues.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, what are your thoughts? Once you answer that question, I got to go check on something real quick.
What was my question?
What do you think of the hobby market?
I mean, I don't even know right now because I've been out of it since pretty much like Vegas, and then Del Mar is just kind of still Southern California, and I have just missed Dallas like so much. I mean, Dallas is just a whole nother beast, and I am so jealous that I missed it and everything. I wish I was there.
Yeah, but I think it's good.
But I'm glad that it was still doing well.
And here's the other thing too. And maybe like we're talking to a specific niche audience here, right? If you're part of what I call the card life, where you go to shows, you interact with people, you're very active, things are good, in my opinion, from what things I see. If you're a person that you stay at home and you buy, sell, trade online, I can see how it could be rough for you because, when you rely solely on auctions, it can be tough. So maybe we're talking to 2 different segments of the hobby. But for me, speaking of somebody that goes to card shows, and that's where I do most of my transactions, I think it's very healthy right now.
Yeah, no, shows are way much more better than online, I think, at this point. Definitely much more.
Yeah, and I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Like I'm trying to like come up with a discussion video where I can really articulate my thoughts on this, but I just feel like auction sites are not a true indication of where the market is because there's just so many variables that can happen to affect an auction. It's like let me just use an example here, okay? Where's my card? Where's my
like online you just have to have patience. That's why I hardly ever do
let's just say this card is valued at $1,500, okay? And I get it on eBay for $1,000. Okay. Did I get a good deal on it? Did I get a steal, or did the card lose $500 because of an old label, or the eye appeal is not good, or whatever justification you want to use, right? Like it's all about perspective. Like if I got this card for $1,000 and the last sale was $1,500, did I get a good deal, or did the card lose value and I bought a loser, right? And that's the problem that you have when you're trying to use auctions as a indicator of where the true market is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. To me, the way that I view things is I look at what the sales are on eBay, and I look at the availability of what's on eBay, and I'll go to a card show. And if I can buy it cheaper than what I would buy it on eBay, I'll get it at the card show. Okay. If things are overpriced at a card show, then I'll try to negotiate it and I'll get it around of whatever I can get it at that time. If I think it's too expensive, maybe I'll wait around on eBay and see if I can get it for cheaper. But that's how I kind of value things. I don't necessarily look at the last sale and just say, okay, that's what it's worth, because I just think that it's a flawed way of thinking. And I want to have that discussion more, because I think that's, if we can get away from using eBay sales comps as an indicator of a value of a card, if we can just kind of get away from that a little bit and use that as one factor only in a whole, a handful of factors to consider, then I think it will start to make things will start to make a little bit more sense. I don't know. That's just a rant I'm going on. What do you think about that, Merwin?
No, I agree. And then like sometimes you just have like patience on everything, especially things that we sell. I mean, we just have so many like unique things. And if you think of like online, like a lot of times our unique things, if you're online, you have to really the buyer has to really search out for it. You know what I mean? You're searching for that item. It can't just like be thrown into your eyes. You know what I mean? Whereas you're at a card show and people stumble across it sometimes. You're like, oh wow, look at that card. And they may have not really intended to go to that show, intending to buy that card. And then they see that card for the first time and they're like, oh man, wow. I was looking forward to buy a Jordan or a Kobe card. And now look at this. I'm buying a Marvel or Star Wars card or a music card, or I bought a Snoop Dogg or Nirvana card. And I was not expecting that. You know what I mean?
It's so hard. Like, see, here's what people are trying to do, right? When the market was good, right, and everything, people tried to take the hobby, the collectible market, and they tried to turn it into like day trading, for a lack of a better example, where you can easily transact things, basically, right? But I think what people don't understand is buying cards, selling cards, trading cards is hard. It's hard. It's you're doing a deal, you're doing a negotiation. So just because one person can do it doesn't mean the other person can do it and get the exact same result. It's very subjective, and it's very dependent on the situation and the people involved. And one thing I was looking at the show, or experiencing at the show, I'll do 3 examples here to kind of illustrate my point. When we were at the Del Mar show, there was this guy walking around and he had a 1-of-1 white sparkle Undertaker auto from WWE Prism. Okay. Did you remember seeing that?
Yes, I do.
It was raw. And he was asking, he said, I have it on eBay for 30,000. I'll take 25,000 for it right now. Like, he just made that number up, right? It's who's to say what it's worth, but probably not that much.
No.
And he had an offer on that card at the show for $10,000 for that card. And he's like, nah, it's worth more, right? He thought it was worth more. So he came up to me and I said, well, I'm not interested in it, but maybe, I don't know, get it graded and put it on eBay and see what happens. Okay. But if you get a chance, take the money. I said, right. Because it's all about opportunity. Right. But what happened is I saw that pop up on eBay later. He did get it graded. It was authenticated, slab PSA. He put it on eBay, and you know what it ended up at?
What?
$4,200, I think.
Whoa.
For that card. When he could have had $10,000 cash, $4,200 plus eBay fees.
Jeez.
Okay. So he probably made less than $4,000 on it. But he could have had $10,000 at the Del Mar show.
And he didn't want to take it.
No,
because he wanted how much?
He wanted like 15 or 20 or something like that, right?
So he got a little over greedy.
Yeah, I mean,
and then he thought he was going to put it on auction and get more than that.
Yes, and the point of that story is like you don't know what cards will go for. It really depends on being in the right place at the right time, finding the right person to buy it for what you value it at. But sometimes it's better just to take the opportunity if somebody's willing to pay for it, right? Because like I can't say that this Jackie Robinson is worth $5,000 if nobody's willing to pay for it.
That's right.
If somebody's willing to pay, X amount of dollars for it, I have to consider, the opportunity cost of taking the money right now or trying my luck and moving it elsewhere. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Another example I'll tell you guys is a couple guys I saw at the show. don't want to mention names. I don't want to start any online beef, but they had Star Wars cards, and they had like Kurosawa cards, and they were valuing these cards at close to what I sold my 1/1 Superfractor for.
I know I've already seen the prices like that on eBay, and it's just ridiculous.
And who's to say the card's not worth that much? Okay, but it takes skill to be able to get somebody to see the value in a card. And people just think that just because one card sells for X amount of dollars, then that means they can sell their cards easily. And it just doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? And I think people just have to understand that we are in a collectible market. These are all collectibles. Outside of our community, these things are worthless, right? Most people that look at this Jackie Robinson would just think it's a piece of paper. They pay a couple bucks for it. But within our community, everything is very subjective. So we have to understand that. And that's where, negotiations comes in. That's where going to card shows and things like that. It's not all about just like listing things on eBay and then, expecting it to be a certain price. So that's kind of a rant that I wanted to kind of go on. Just to kind of like tell you my thoughts on that. But basically, if you're looking to move something, if you have the opportunity to move it, don't be greedy. Okay. If somebody's willing to pay you, good money for a card, don't be greedy unless you really are okay holding that card. Okay. But don't think that you can just put the card on auction and you're going to get the price that you want, because you never know what's going to happen at auction. Auction is the most unpredictable thing. I would
never auction that Undertaker off.
Yeah, no. I don't put any of my stuff on auction unless I really want to take a gamble or I just want to get rid of it, because auctions are maybe the worst way to move cards, to be honest. Unless you get really lucky and you get an all-time record sale, it's probably the worst way to move a card. The best way is to go to these shows, negotiate with people, put it out there, and try to find the right person for it. Okay?
No.
All right. Sorry about that rant, guys. Got all worked up. That's going to be my what bends my corner rant. Okay. I'm not going to go on anything else. This is Justin right here. Justin is the one
Justin. Good to see you, man.
Yeah. I got Justin into a blue PMG, and he gave me one of these cards and a bunch of other cards for it. So that was really cool. CV sports cards.
I love the Jackie pickup.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely trying to pick up more vintage. I mean, if you guys want my real opinion about like what's the safest play to make, just go buy vintage cards. Go, in any grade, just get the top guys, and you can't go wrong with vintage. Let's see here. Sorry, guys, a lot of comments I got to go through here.
Feed the guys. How much for the Connor McDavid, Dan?
I don't know yet. I just dropped it off at PSA today. Hopefully I can get it by next week, and I'll have a price on it at that time. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There's not a lot of comps out there to kind of give you a reference point. I'll probably put it at like, I don't know, $8,000 or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, nice. Whoa. You gonna get it, Aaron? Unboxing treasures. Oh, wow. Do you think Topps Galaxy Chrome Star Wars has growth potential for base cards and plain refractors? Just probably, I don't know about the base cards unless it's a set, and then plain refractors, probably just certain ones. What do you think, Dan?
There's going to be a little bit of value, but those things are common, so, I don't think they're going to be worth a lot of money, and I don't think they're necessarily worth grading. The real opportunity is the numbered refractors, but there are set collectors out there. So if you want to put together a whole set and sell it for, I don't know, $50 or something, whatever somebody's willing to pay, you can definitely do that. You want to put together a refractor set, that's probably value there. But the real opportunities are going to be with the numbered refractors.
Ziggy, no, I have full confidence the market is still going down. Well, that's not confidence, is it? The corporate investment is blind and not confident. It's like the 1990 .com rush, or is that 2000 .com rush?
Yeah. So
the bubble popped.
Yeah, this is an interesting comment. I wanted to highlight it because I think it's good to have this discussion, uh, and I think it helps me make my point that there's two different categories. So Ziggy, I don't think I've ever met Ziggy. We ever met Ziggy at a show before?
I don't think so. Have we,
Okay,
Ziggy?
Ziggy. So Ziggy,
I've
if you're
watched his YouTube stuff. He's got great content.
okay, yeah, I would want to know, Ziggy, if you are like, how do you what's your position in the hobby? Like, do you just buy, sell online? Do you go to shows? What is your position? Because again, me, Merlin, we go to shows, so we're transacting on a monthly basis, and from that perspective, I think things are good right now. I can't tell you what the future is going to hold, but when I see companies invest a lot of money, I don't necessarily think that they're doing it without doing their due diligence. I don't think that they're just in the hobby for fun. When they're spending, investing hundreds, if not millions of dollars in it, they're probably, have some type of analysis on it that they feel confident in it. So that makes me confident. When I see people at the shows transacting, selling money, that gives me confidence. So that's my perspective on based on what I'm seeing. So I'd like to hear where you're coming from on that. Otherwise, I would say that if you're not in the scene like me and Merlin are, then you're probably missing a huge part of it, which is probably influencing your perspective on that. Anything to
Okay.
add, Merlin?
No, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Vintage card collector. Did you see many younger collectors into vintage? Well, you
Surprise.
mentioned a couple guys. Yeah, the
Surprisingly,
14-year-old,
yes.
right?
Yeah, surprisingly less. There's a lot of kids out there that are buying vintage cars like Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, Jackie Robinson, like that. So that's always cool to me. I remember when I first started collecting cards when I was a teenager. I liked the modern basketball cards at that time, but I also really liked the rare vintage baseball cards. I thought that was cool because there's history there. So I think vintage appeals to any age group.
That's great. I mean, I loved doing it when I was that age too. I mean, I was collecting things from the 50s and 60s when I was, a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Cooter, the big money collectors will keep spending, but most hobbyists have limited budgets that are being impacted. If the bargain box collector can't participate, there is trouble in River City. Sounds like the Music Man there.
Yeah, I would say so. Like there has to be different tier levels, right? There has to
Mm-hmm.
be entry level people that can buy cards for like $1 or less.
Always.
There has to be the mid level where people can buy like low end slabs, high, great cards for like 200 to 500 to $1,000, and then there's always going to be that really ultra high level collector that spends thousands of dollars on cards. So as long as there's something for every price point, I think that the hobby will continue to grow based on that. Like we like to focus on the high end stuff, right? Because that's what's exciting, that's what's fun. But you don't get there, you don't get to the high end stuff right away. You got to start small and build up your mindset where you can spend a lot of money on a card. Like again, if you're just coming into the hobby today, you're not going to spend $10,000 on a card. You're not going to see the value in it. You're going to start off by buying some packs, opening some cards. You're going to go through some dollar boxes, whatever, and you will slowly build up a tolerance to spending money where you can look at a card and you can see the value. All right. And I think that's really that's how people have to get into the hobby. Like you can't just jump all in and spend all your money on certain cards. You got to work your way up just like everybody else does. Mm-hmm.
Ziggy, the card life is strong online too. Facebook groups are the best place. IMO, less fraud than IG. Well, let's hope so.
I'm not really part of the Facebook group scene. Like I know a lot of people transact that way.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't do it. I had some bad experiences, to be honest. Like I was trying to interact in Facebook groups in the beginning, and the ones that I was a part of, they were a little bit racist to me. So
Oh no.
It just kind of turned me off to the whole thing. And because I go to shows so often, I frankly, I don't need to do those type of transactions because I'm going to shows, but I can see how a lot of people can think that way.
Yeah, and then I just see so many people, they just hit me up on Instagram and we're just buying, selling, and trading with each other through Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
The people that we've met.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, Ziggy, if you have any good suggestions of good Facebook groups, hit me up on Instagram and let me know some of those groups. I would, be curious to know, to try to do some research on some of them.
Mm-hmm.
And Glorious P, the vibe of Dallas show was everyone wants to sell, cash wanted now, tread carefully. Is that from a seller's perspective, the buyers, or both, Dan?
I really don't understand that comment, but I would say that the attitude at every show is to sell. Like everybody wants to sell at every show. Everybody wants cash. You don't go into a show and saying I'm only going to trade or I'm only going to necessarily buy. Everybody wants to sell at a show. So I don't know, like that would just be my response to that.
But were there the big sellers there too, though, that were like has the big wads of cash, or the
yes.
Or they had the big, duffel bag of, $500,000 and going, okay, I want everything in your display case. Work me a deal. Like the guys that were at my display case the last time I was there in March.
I'm telling you guys, it was there. I saw, okay. I don't know if you remember, Merlin, but there's that old guy that has all those baseball cards right next to us. He's been there at every show that we've been to.
Oh, yes, yeah. Just to the left of us.
He's got 6 cases. No joke. 3 dudes from Florida who own a shop. They walked up to that guy. They look at all his stuff and they said, how much for everything? And I saw it go down. He said $85,000 and they countered at 70 and he wouldn't do it. $70,000. So they were ready to buy out his whole case, at that point, but they couldn't get a deal done. They were about 15 grand off for it. But yeah, people are spending money there. People are buying, selling, trading. I mean, that's what Dallas is. So, if you guys listen, if you guys do not go to Dallas and you don't see these things yourself, and you're not going to understand it. All right. So let's just kind of keep that in mind when you're making these comments. If you're there and you see it, okay, maybe you have a different perspective. But for me, that's what I saw.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, I was going to talk to you, Alvin. I noticed I was going to ask you about people selling Star Wars cards at the show who might get a little, price happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed, like on eBay, I've seen the Kurosawas, after you sold the one of one, the Superfractor, but I've noticed people selling like, say like a PSA 10 of the Mojo refractor or the Wave refractor. That's like numbered out of 99, a PSA 10. But dude, they've got it priced at like a 10 grand for a numbered out of 99. Like, come on, folks. That's a little steep. Do you agree?
Yes, and that's what I was trying to talk about earlier. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that those cards are not worth that much. If somebody's willing to pay you that much, then go for it, right? Go for it. If somebody's willing to pay you that price, you can sell it and prove everybody wrong. But you got to maybe be a little bit more reasonable, or understand that just because one card sells really high does not mean that you get a certain percentage of that. Okay. You've got to be able to be in the right place, find the right buyer, be able to show them the value of the card. And then all those factors play into the value of it because of that.
Mm-hmm. And then, and that's another thing, like Ben's my corner. I have had a couple of people kind of troll me on eBay, and they were kind of just like lowballing me on Marvel cards. And they were telling me like, oh, Marvel cards are taking a big dip and they're at the lowest point, and I should, sell cards that are valued anywhere from like, almost $1,000 for like $100, like a PSA 9 or 10. And I'm like, I'm not selling a PSA 9 or 10 card of Spider-Man or Spider-Man for $100. And they're like, they take a big dip. They're like trying to claim, and they're just pestering me about it. Like, leave me alone, man. First of all, I'm not going to sell to you now because you're pestering me and shit. Again, you're shitting on my card. Like, stop.
All right. I'm going to give you two answers with 2 different perspectives on that.
Okay.
First, I must highlight this because I just saw this.
Go ahead. Okay. Oh, yeah. Hey, on, Jamaica.
World Jamaica, man.
Yeah.
Check that out. All right. Awesome.
Yay.
Whoever's doing this, I love
feeling
you
the IRE of Facebook. Yes. Thank you, Mon.
Yes.
Feeling the IRE.
All right. So let me give you 2 perspectives on this. Okay. Perspective number 1 from your side.
They're jucking my corner, man. They're jucking my corner. Like my chicken, jerking my chicken.
Okay. I would say that, from your perspective, Merlin, I would say that it's part of the dance. right?
Yeah.
Part of the negotiations. When there's a little bit of blood in the water, that's when the shark's going to come out and they're going to try to get deals. And we've talked about this before on a very high level, that sometimes when markets go down, people will jump in and try to buy the dip. So that's probably what they're doing. And the gamesmanship there is they're going to say, oh, the market's down, you better get out now, blah, 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 all that stuff. So that's normal. That's just part of the dance. The other perspective of that, if I'm going to play devil's advocate, is I would say that if you notice that a market is down on certain cards, you should maybe consider instead of waiting for the market to go up or waiting to find the right person, if time is valuable to you, you might consider pivoting from that position into a different card and trading out of that card, or selling that card and moving into something else that can appreciate faster. So there's
first of all, they were a little wrong, because most of them were selling at 500, but one auctioned off for like $200 something.
Did you see the reel that I put up the other day where that guy's cursing because somebody tries to quote the last comp on him? Go check it out if you haven't seen it.
Okay. Is it on your Instagram?
Yeah, my Instagram stories or my reels or something like that. But yeah, I hate it when like there's a comp that happens the night before and then they try to pull that on you and say, especially if it's really low, Yeah.
It was one bad auction, and it was still like it was still $150 than what they were asking from me. But the other ones were still like $500 all in the past week. That just annoyed me. So I was like, leave me alone. I didn't even respond anymore.
That goes to my point where I just don't understand. Well, I don't agree with using the last comp as the market value of the card, because it can there's too many factors. If anything, give me an average of the last month, 2 months, or something like that of all the transactions, and then that could be a little bit more reasonable. But most of the time, most cards don't have that many transactions, so it just, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. Don't get me started. Don't get me on another rant about that. But here's another thing I wanted to tell you that I thought was really, really cool at the Dallas.
Okay. What was that?
At least a handful of people or more came up to me to talk about the Kurosawa sale. And
oh, really?
Yes, and they came up and they shook my hand and they thanked me. I'm not exaggerating. This is not a pat on the back, guys. They came up and they thanked me because they said, "Hey, your sale caused an increase to my sales on my eBay store or whatever." And that is exactly one of the reasons that I did that deal, to raise awareness and bring attention to the market to help everybody out. I got a lot of crap for saying that, but it's happened. In my opinion, based on what I'm seeing, it has happened. It raised the market, and a lot of people are benefiting from that, which is cool. It makes me feel good, and it's bringing a lot of attention to the market and getting people invested. So I thought that was really awesome how people were coming up to tell me that. What you got there?
This is the basic refractor, but I got this back.
Nice.
Yeah, like even the basic refractors sell very well now. I just had another one, and I just literally just sold it today. I posted it on eBay.
Definitely.
So that tells you how popular they are still.
And another thing I'll tell you about this is some of the, what is that, a Mojo or Wave? I can't tell.
It's a Wave.
Nice.
Now, how are you going to decide what? My chin's bleeding. I cut my chin. Oh dear. Now, how are you going to decide what you're going to bring to Canada? Because you've got so many. It sounds like you got so many cards now. You're going to have the a limited.
No, I'm not like you. I mean, you still got way more inventory than me. I
know, but I got to decide, man.
I can fit all my stuff in one suitcase.
Because you're going to have 2 cases?
No, yeah, I'll have 2 cases like I normally
do. I'll have 3, right? You told me I have 3, correct?
Yes. Actually, if you have 3, then I have 3 also. I'm taking one of your cases.
Okay. And we have 3 each, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll have enough. For sure. But here's another thing I wanted to say is this is really interesting too. One thing I love about Dallas is I get to meet and interact with so many people. And I was talking to a gentleman. His name is Eric. He doesn't have an Instagram, but his name is Eric. He'll know it if he's in here. Eric and Jason Baker, Sports Card Mover, about and somebody, who's the other guy I was talking to? Josh, I think. They know who they're talking about when I mention their names. But it's like we were talking about like the state of the hobby, right? Like how we talk about how we are defending against negativity here and there. And I don't know, the sentiment I was getting from talking to these guys and other people is like, we're just trying to have fun. We're trying to use the hobby as an escape from the world. The world is messed up, guys. There's a lot of crazy things happening right now that we're not going to get into, but there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens every day. And we use the hobby. The hobby is meant to be an escape from drama, from conflict, from antagonizing people, from attacking people, from bullies, all that stuff. That's what the hobby is meant to be. It's supposed to be fun. So we need to protect that. You know what I mean? We need to protect the intention of we all have of just being in the hobby to have fun. We need to guard against we should ignore or guard against people who are trying to like incite controversy or create grievances within the hobby. And that was like some of the really deep conversations I was having with some of these people at the Dallas Card Show. And again, it's like you have to be in that environment to really appreciate it. If you're not going to card shows, you're not having these conversations. If you're just online interacting with people, it's very easy to go down a very negative rabbit hole.
It is.
And get into like online beefs or get really offended by people or certain things like that. So that's one thing that I saw at the Dallas show that I wanted to kind of share with you guys. Any thoughts on that?
No, I totally agree, because you don't really get, a one-on-one with people. You don't get to really get the disconnection you have with people online. It's just that nothing more. You don't get to really meet the people and see them and get that intimate relationship with dealers and buyers and traders. I mean, it's just a priceless gift that you get going to these shows that you get with people. And I can't say any more. It's just the unity and the camaraderie and everything you get with all these collectors and dealers. It's why we do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than just about money. I mean, money is not the priority here. It's the love. It's the love. It's the sport of this is why we're doing this. I mean, yes, we make money. We have to make money in order for us to do this. And because in order for us to pay for our overhead, we have to pay for our plane ticket. We have to pay for our hotel and our Uber ride and our meals. And we have to pay for our cards in order for us to do this. But we have to, for us to do this, it's our love to doing this that makes us continue to do this. It's the excitement. It's the excitement we see not only in our eyes, I see in Dan's eyes. It's the people that come to our display case and we see their eyes light up, and the joy that not only that we have, that we share with others, and that we share our joy together. And if you come to our table, you see us more than just saying, oh, what do you want for this? What's the price? No, we're more of the time we're talking about what we like about the cards, or the cards that we're enjoying. So we're talking about the Star Wars cards or the wrestling cards, the things that you're talking about that you may not care about, but we do care about, because that's the love that we have for the hobby. And more of the time, that's what we're talking about with the other collectors or the vendors, things that we love.
Yeah, and let me just add to that, guys. The best way, in my opinion, the best way to experience a hobby is you interact online with people, right? You share your collections on Instagram, you comment, on YouTube and Instagram, whatever. And then you go to the shows and you get to meet these people from wherever they are across the country. That's really the best way to experience the hobby, if you can, right? Not everybody can, but the reason that we have card shows, the reason we have big card shows like Dallas and the National and the Toronto Expo and all this stuff is so that we can come together and meet and interact with the community. It can't be all just online, here and there, because it's very easy to become like really jaded with some of the things that can happen. To really take advantage of this, you have to go to shows. You have to live that card life, even if it's just one time a year, guys. Just do it. you will not be sorry for spending the time, effort, and money to do it. Okay, trust me, guys. That's what we always preach here. You got to go to the shows and enjoy and interact with people.
Yeah, and we're not telling you to go out and or even online to blow your load on certain cards. We're just conveying to you all what we're doing, like what's working for us, or what we're trading, what we're buying, and everything. And that's it. I mean, it's working for us, what we're enjoying selling. Because what do you want to tell you? Like what's failing? I mean, that's not going to be good, and we're not going to be able to do this for long if it's failing for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we want things to succeed, and think it has to succeed financially. Otherwise, we're between two slabs will not exist anymore, folks. That's it.
Yes, here. Okay, let's see here. Let me see if we can get any comments.
So you got, that's why we tell you to enjoy what you want to enjoy, to collect what you want to collect.
Yeah. And I also think I've been talking about this a lot lately, and I'll continue to talk about it until it becomes a thing, guys. But I think we have to get away from the mindset of judging success in the hobby just based on how much money you make. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. I think that if you chase profits over passion, you're going to find yourself in situations where you're going to take some losses, and then you're going to get bitter, and you're going to start blaming some people. Like I see some comments here. I'm not going to highlight it.
I know.
I'm not going to highlight these comments in here, but I see some stupid people. I shouldn't say that. I see some people making some stupid comments about not taking responsibilities for some of their actions here. Okay. Don't blame other people for your choices that you guys make. Nobody's responsible for you except yourself. But
yes, we're all adults here for the most part.
If you go for profit over passion, there's likelihood that sometimes it's not going to work out and you're going to get bitter. Okay. That's not to say that part of what we do, I mean, it's I'm not naive to say that part of what we do isn't motivated by profit and money and things like that. That's what makes it interesting, right? Like we could collect anything we want. We could collect stamps or Funko Pops or toys or whatever, right? But what makes the cards really interesting is the fact that they hold value, that they appreciate, that we can turn around and make money off it. That's part of the game. But if you're only in it for money, you should be doing something else that's a lot easier, right? You should be, I don't know, investing in bonds, stocks, maybe not right now on stocks, but or crypto or things like that. Everything is down. Okay.
Everything's down. Yeah.
Let's admit that too. Everything is down, but you could, there's a lot of things that you can manage or you could be in that are not as volatile as cards. Okay. So maybe those people should be doing that instead of complaining, that they're losing money. But if you love cards like me, Merlin, and everybody else that we interact with, if you love cards, you know it. And if you know something well, you can probably become an expert in that thing. And you can probably turn a profit on it. Okay. If that's what your intention is. So, that's something I'm going to be preaching a lot lately. I think a lot of people are just so focused on, I have to make money doing this, and I have to buy this card to make money, or if I lose money, it's a bad investment, things like that. And it's just like, ever since I was like that too. Okay. When I first got back into card collecting, I was all about flipping cards, chasing profit, over passion. And it's very stressful. And I lost on some deals. I lost real big on my Kobe Bryant 1996 Topps cards. Okay. I lost on some things. That's where I came up with the catchphrase. I'm just trying to break even. That was a joke, but that was a reflective response to how I felt at that time. And it wasn't until I changed my mindset to go after things that I knew very well, the things that would excite me, the things I was passionate about, to change my mindset to going after those versus what I was prospecting or what somebody else was telling me to do or what I thought people wanted. When I changed that mindset, I started doing very well. Okay. And I do well at all these shows. I make money, I make profit, I have fun.
Same here,
I have the ability. Yeah, I wouldn't be spending thousands of dollars going to all these shows if I was just losing money, guys, but you have to have that mindset. I don't know. I feel like I'm going on a rant, but you know what I mean. Okay. Please comment down below if you guys understand. If you guys got follow-up questions, we can definitely talk about this, but I think you know what I mean, Merlin. You're there with me. every step of the way. Me and you, we collect things that we love. We try to share those things with people. We get like these nasty responses sometimes of people trying to say we have ulterior motives. It's just that they don't understand because they have the wrong mindset. It's
Yeah.
all about perspective, guys. You know, if you collect what you love,
So true.
if you interact with people that have common interest to you, you're gonna have a great time.
Yeah. I mean, you understand, like,
regardless.
We're standing at these shows all day long, all weekend, and we have the pleasure all day long to talk with other people who share the same interest as we do. And there's nothing better than talking all day long. I mean, Dan knows I'm talking so much to all these people that by the end of the weekend, I've lost my voice having a Dan. Yeah. Every weekend, I've lost my voice at these shows.
Yeah,
that I've talked so much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's worth it. And I love doing that, guys. I love it. And that's why I continue to do it, because I love talking about the cards.
Yeah. That's what it's got to be about, guys. It's got to be about passion over profit. Profit will come. Okay. If you become an expert in anything, then you will find success and you'll be compensated well for it. Okay. But you got to really, really live that card life and really enjoy what you do. If you're just doing it for money, get out. Okay. Trust me, the card market is going to go way down if you're just in this for money. Get out now. Mm-hmm. Go find something a little bit more stable where you won't be so upset. Okay.
And we're doing that. And it's also great too. Not only that, but we've also connected with so many people in, social media, internet world too. I mean, there's nothing better than, I get to share, my unique cards, like music cards with Flipping Steve and other people, you, Dan, and also the Star Wars cards with you, Pop Counts and DAP Sports. We've, shot some Star Wars content. Hopefully that'll be shown soon. We're going to go to Star Wars Celebration this weekend in Anaheim, which we haven't even discussed yet.
We'll close out the show talking about that on a positive note, but I think this is an important conversation to have, is that it's just like, if you do, how can I put this? I don't want to go on. Let me think about this for a second. I don't want to go on another rant. I want to be a little bit more concise with my response here, but
anyway, I mean, I was on a live stream 2 weeks ago with Flipping Steve. We talked and showed music cards for over 3.5 hours, and I was 30 minutes behind on questions. We had so many fans talking about the cards, and it was such a positive release. Like the reception for it was so positive, and there was no negative people. There was a couple of negative. I had to get them out, but there was nothing better than just sharing and talking about music, just music cards. 3.5 hour live stream. You couldn't beat that. That's what it's about.
Yeah. The reason that I started to make content, the reason that Merlin started to make content, that we make content together, is that we wanted to share our passion with other people. We wanted to kind of create content for entertainment purposes for other people to kind of share in the same things that we like. And we get criticized for it by other people who don't like these things. And I don't understand why these people come into our chats and complain about the things that they don't like, when it has, you don't have to watch the content. You don't have to enjoy the stuff. But I feel almost a sense of responsibility sometimes, where we have to be the shield for our collector groups, our collector communities. And we have to kind of defend or protect against these individuals who kind of try to come in here, because they just but the conversations that we're having are different. These guys are coming in here saying you shouldn't buy this stuff because you're going to lose money, right? This is not a way for you to make money or whatever. And they'll accuse us of promoting things that are not profitable in their mind. It's a different conversation though. We are taking the perspective that we are talking about things that we love to collect, and we see value in these things, and we try to share that passion to other people so that they can see value in that. Okay. And if they want to collect those things, they can collect it too, right? These are totally different conversations that each side is having, that I'm trying to get these people to understand. Okay. So at Dallas, I made this one reel where it's funny. I was just walking around, I had no cares for anything else in the world. I was just happy to be there. It was such a great time. And I was kind of like in a bubble. I was in that Dallas bubble for 4 days where I wasn't really checking a lot of social media. I wasn't really doing anything outside of the show because I was having such a great time. And then when I did get a chance to check social media and I see like negative comments about this or that, it's just like such a buzzkill. You know what I mean? So like we need to realize that the hobby is an escape for us, and we don't need to bring that kind of negativity into it. And if people are trying to bring that negativity into our space, we need to like kind of like push them away and let them be on their own, you know, or shut them out, and not engage with those type of people.
So true.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the only thing I'm going to say about that. Sorry, guys, it's a rant. You know, I go on rants. You should expect it by now. You should expect it. I go on what bends my corner rants. I go on rants when people set me off. It just happens. It's part of the show. Okay, just fast forward through it. Let me highlight this couple comments here because I think it's awesome, and then and then we're going to close out and talk about our Star Wars weekend. Okay.
Ooh. Merle World Cards Canada. See the Imposters. The OG MWC International is here. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Merle World Cards Canada. Yeah. I only know the beginning of the song too. The national anthem.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about Star Wars. I'm just going to block some of these guys here.
I'll be curious to see if they're selling Star Wars cards at the Star Wars celebration.
Right.
And you got to make sure you bring your vaccination card. Okay.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So this weekend, Star Wars. Okay. Star Wars. We're going to Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim, California.
It was supposed to be 2 years ago, but since there was COVID and a pandemic, they postponed it until this year.
I'm super excited about this because I don't know what to expect. I'm thinking that maybe this is going to be like a Comic-Con, but it's going to be more interactive.
Mm-hmm.
We're going with Daps. We're going with Eric Estrada. We're going to film content there. We're going to bring our cards. I can almost promise you there's probably not going to be any Star Wars cards there.
Oh, wow. Right? Okay.
So we are bringing cards to the Star Wars celebration. We're going to try to find a table somewhere where we can squat on it, lay out our cards, kind of display it. Maybe we'll do like a live rip. We'll rip some Galaxy boxes and get all excited about that. I'm going to be going on some personal grail chases. I'm going to be looking for a Star Wars #1 or Boba Fett first appearance comic book. CGC grade,
really?
high grade. Wow, okay. If I can find one, I'm going to be looking for Jedi robes that I can wear when I go on my galactic cruise in Orlando
in August.
Yes, and I might be buying some graded Star Wars toys there too.
They'll have plenty of those.
Yeah, so that's the hunt I'm going on. What are you looking forward to?
Oh, I just want to see people in costumes. It's going to be hopefully a great people watching place with cosplay going on. I'm hoping to find some cool shirts, maybe some costumes to buy. I'm hoping there's some cards, or I'm hoping someone is going to sell some Galaxy boxes cheap. Hopefully they don't know what the card market's like. That
would be very interesting, okay? Because this is supposed to be one of the biggest Star Wars events, right? This is going to be like one of the biggest Star Wars events, I don't know, in the country maybe, or in California at least. It will be very interesting to see if we go there and we cannot find any Star Wars cards at all. Okay?
I know, right?
That's going to tell me a lot. And then about like how the collector community views cards as a form of collectible. And
it's close to you, right? Isn't it down the street from you?
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes.
Oh, it's that far. I thought it was like really close to where the Angels were playing.
Yeah, it's like a 15-20 minute drive.
Oh, yeah, that's so close. Yeah. You're so lucky.
Yeah, and then what will be interesting is when we put the cards out and we start showing people the cards, will they be receptive to it? Will they look at it as, oh, wow, that's really cool? Or will they look at it like it's junk? That's going to be very interesting to see. And we're going to film it. We're going to make content all around that. Yeah. So, okay. I guess that's it. We pretty much hit all the comments here. Let's just answer this one real quick here.
Stay low, Mac. Are you guys setting up at the Nationals? If not, please set up a meetup with you.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea because
what's he talking about?
A meetup at the National. So that's a great idea because we don't have table space at the National. It's very competitive to get out there. But a meetup would be really cool, like a Between Two Slabs live from the National with a live audience. How about we do that? A live audience. We'll talk about that, guys. That's a great idea, Stilo Mac. Thank you for letting us know. Okay.
Now, did you sell any shirts at the National? Speaking of meetups, did you have shirts with you
at Dallas?
Yeah,
I just have my prototype shirts, but I will try to
Did you
that
give
out.
any away, or did you sell any?
No, they were just for me to wear.
Oh, okay. You just had one to wear.
Yeah,
okay.
but they will be available. So merch is coming soon, guys. Check that out. Okay, so let's wrap this up. Let's say thank you to everybody hanging out with us, listening to our rants. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. All the Merlin maniacs out there, all the Curator Army members.
Thank you for all your support.
Please like, subscribe to both our channels, but especially Merlin's channel. We need to get this man to 1,000 subscribers. Please, please, please. Even if you don't watch his channel, just subscribe to it.
Just subscribe. Just
share it.
You don't have to go back to my channel.
All
you don't
that
have
stuff.
to go back.
We're trying.
I need your subscription, folks. I know there's like 75 people in here. So if I can get 75 of you to go to Mer World Cards and subscribe, just hit subscribe. That's all you got to do, folks. Just hit subscribe at my channel. That would help me so much, and it would help Dan a lot even.
Yeah,
because I'm part of Dan's world too. So I'm a Curator Army person too. So
we're trying to get to that Mojo's level. We're trying to get to that Mojo's level of 20,000 subscribers, guys. So we can't do it individually, but maybe collectively we can do it. So please help us out, guys. I think that really motivates us a lot. Appreciate everything, you guys. You guys are very supportive of us all weekend long. I got a lot of great supportive messages over the weekend, and I got to meet a lot of people at Dallas. So that was super, super cool. That motivates me to continue to spend the time, effort, and energy to do this content for you guys. So I appreciate that. Okay, look for my vlog on Dallas this weekend, and that's it, guys.
I can't wait to see it
right now. I could go on for hours. I could hang out with you guys for hours, but let's just end this right now. Okay.
All right. Thank y'all so much. Have a good night.